Good evening, everybody. This is It Leagued from Outer Space, the Final Fantasy I Fall League. This is the semifinals. This is match 4. I am DM Stewart 1981. Alongside me in the booth is Siberian Bull. How we doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to this. And as I recall, as I'm looking at the standings, looks like Shumbabi, as long as they don't forfeit, is guaranteed a finals bid.
That is correct. And the other final spot is up for grabs, which whoever finishes first of the other 3 runners will make the finals. So let's talk about our flags tonight. Our flags tonight are 4 forced. You notice everyone's got the same party: fighter, white mage, red mage, and oops all loose with entrance, floor, and town randomizer and deep towns. So you could go 5 levels deep into a dungeon, go through a floor from 5 different dungeons, and then find a town. But Corneria is not included in that shuffle, but the dead ends are.
All the dead ends.
All the dead ends. Well, there aren't all that many.
Hey, you want that level 8 magic? You gotta go down 5 floors.
Yeah. Um, so
Uh,
that'll cover the flag. That'll cover most of the flags. We get a free bridge. I mean, other than that, it's pretty well the usual sort of flags. Save on game over is on, which makes entrance and floor less painful.
really does, because I'd hate just to die and then have to do that entire floor again.
Yeah.
Because then you're just going by memory. It's like, okay, what chest do I need to open up for the real good stuff?
Yes. And Siberian, why don't you tell us about the blur sings? It's 2 bonus, no malice. So why don't you tell us what our 4 characters have?
Well, since we only got it's more like we got three because we got two white mages.
Yeah.
So it's like they get an extra 10% to hit, but they get to resist both poison and deaths. Our red mages get cure 3, and then two additional level ups, level 1 MP, and then the fighter has elemental plus magic level 8. So be interesting to see how this seed progress with those settings for our forced characters.
Oh, and the fighter also gets 20 MDef. And we are off. Let's see what we've got for level 1 magic. I don't know whether to
Well,
hope the level 1
well,
magic is
well,
good or
well,
bad.
there's a chime and a crystal already.
Oh, oh, he went into Corneria Castle, which is one of our ooh, chain plus 4 is a nice find. And
And the
Oxyale
Oxtail. Well, we won't have to worry about crawling around. And
and
a
the rod.
rod. It is just all progression just here. Well, at least we won't be crawling around as soon as we
And
get
oh,
get that.
that's Fade. That's level 1 Fade, but it's White Mage locked. And Cure 4 and
Got a quack.
Quake, Cake and Fast.
Well, that's nice to see, especially with our solo fighter.
Yeah, with the single melee character, getting that fast early is going to be big.
Let's see what's in our potion shops here. Not the good stuff. So out we go.
Not the interesting stuff. So out we go back into use the inn and
Yep, into the
now
castle.
Goats is going to get all the progression.
Yeah, just our runners swapping spaces, but all the good stuff right in Cornelius Castle. I mean, having an early ship is going to be nice.
Oh, oh, that was poison imps. That was
Hmm.
ambushing poison imps.
And there's a spider.
And there's Danny in chat. Coincidence?
All right, into the castle we go. Just see.
Oh,
Oh, well, at least we thought
have
it
a
was,
map
but
edit.
but it was the ogre there. Gonna find his treat.
Okay, so we get one side. So we get one side of a wormhole there.
All right, so left side we go, following along Shumbabi's path.
And that's the first floor of Ice Cave. Goats, by the way, went over towards Provoca, and that's a ship. And a bottle.
Get out of the way.
Oops, all first couple caves? And that's an ice top, or marsh top.
And
And there's
their
a canoe. Where is that? Purple is Dwarf Cave?
At least seeing these ghouls right now on Shubabi's screen is nice to get that fade out, get a little bit of XP out going. Because we don't know what we're gonna find going on later.
Yeah. And there's a Provoca. Provoca is Northwest Castle.
And there's our herb.
There's an herb. And a canal.
But I think that's about it for this place. So out we go.
That was off. That was out. That was down below. That was out of Dwarf. That was down below the ice cave.
Meanwhile, we found Garland.
And one thing I missed, and seeing Temple of Fiends there reminded me. Yes, whole world is open with the map edits with Ship Canoe Canal. We do have horizontally flipped dungeons, which means Goats is going the wrong direction.
He's certainly going in a direction. It just won't be that door.
Yeah, we have all the map edits.
Silver.
Yes, we have randomly horizontally flipped, but not vertically flipped, and there's a crane.
And a slab.
And a slab. Oops, all items early. And Shum found a volcano entrance into another Cardia treasure. That's second floor marsh. Oh, that's hydrants.
That's awful.
And that's a bridge of destiny.
And that's death right there.
Yep, and a nacho. But you know what? If he can actually kill that nacho, that's gonna be a lot of XP.
For the white mage.
That's not as much as I thought it was gonna be.
We got Sphinx on Shumbabi's side here. Trying to get as little XP as you can wherever you can.
Dead's gain XP. Dead's gain XP. I forgot about that. And we've got a bridge boss at about 6:15 on ADR. Yeah, shop plus canal plus ship plus canal plus canoe. There's Earth like 1.
Yeah, so it looks like Marcus found the Earth 1 floor there.
Okay, that's a sea. That's a sea shrine
into a town, just like we hoped.
Into not Melmond, Onrank, which Shum does have the Oxy Ale, which means Shum can in fact. Oh, and we've got Lich. ADR finds a Lich fight. There's a Falchion +4 on Marcus's side. They're in Earth 1.
Good thing
High
we
speed
had.
bump.
Good thing we got some fades for this
And
Lich.
and Shum finds a carry floor that is flipped. Shum finds a Kelly that is flipped.
And there's one for ADR.
Yeah, there is a
There's a
oh, squint on the Gerwolves.
Tell you what, these white mages are certainly putting in the work for our runners tonight. That's
Yeah.
what's definitely going on.
And the earth elemental tile is a red dragon, which could be good to notice, which could be good to know if you find yourself looking for a grind.
I think that's what Marcus is about to do here.
Yeah. Looks like Marcus is going to do some grind here. And that is a solid call in entrance and floor. Even just to grind up to about 15 or 15-ish. Just get some levels, get some survivability, and that's eye mages in the waterfall.
Get out of the way.
The robot just has some couch cash, but that was a defense sword.
Yeah, I like seeing that.
Don't ever sleep on that defense sword. I mean, it's defense sword minus, so it's not a swingable weapon, but it's definitely a useful item. And
It's useful until we find something better.
And mud goals and seafood party platter on the Hall of Giants tiles.
Hopefully he can get out of this before he wipes, because this does not look good.
Well, it's a save.
I forget about that because of the saving.
It is a save on game over.
Completely forgot about that.
Oh, and Marcus found a Thor hammer somewhere. And that's... I mean, there goes a seafood party platter. Goats Pirate, hello, speed bump.
Up to 11 right now on Marcus' side there.
But what if you just made 10 a little louder?
And we got ADR taking on Garland, gonna get their nice little things. I believe they get the crown and slab out of Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, and there's an Earth Orb for Goats Pirate. And ADR does not have the key, so... they may have started with Thorhammer. ADR does not have a key, which means he can't get into the rooms on that side. Shum gets that ship.
Looks like we found a part of Ice Cavern here on Ghost Pirate's side.
That is Waterfall, where Goats is.
Limited color sprites.
It's okay. No worries. No worries. I recognize the. I recognize the things. The way the walls are. ADR finds some metal slimes that have blaze.
You mean death? There's some mud goals there in water.
Okay, that's one thing I can't do is to play with the different color enemy sprites. because it just makes me not. Oh, and lit too? Ouch.
Alright, so Goat's gonna get that. I believe Goat's about to find that defend sword we saw earlier. Yep, there we go.
Yep. And Shum is about to take out that speed bump.
That'll be three of our four runners taking down their speed bump. And going across the bridge for ADR.
And that is TNT from the Circle of Sages. Where was that Circle of Sages?
I believe we're still in a dungeon.
Oh, that was off of that was from Earth 1. It was from Earth 1 that's at Gaia. I do like these map edits. All right, Marcus. That is an Earth 2 at Mirage Tower, and Shum has found the maze floor. Shum has found Sky Maze. And Marcus is looking for an overworld grind. Or not. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing to look for right now. And Shum has found our dwarf cave, and that was a Zeus bonk. Where is that dwarf cave? That's in Bahamut.
More marsh.
See, that was a volcano floor to ice 2 to C square to C split. That is a C split.
Anyway, ADR is taking on Tiamat.
And getting wiped. Not doing well. Yeah. Okay, C-split right is going to take us eventually. Marcus has found vampire floor, and there's a cube.
ADR taking another shot at Tiamat here.
Yeah, that fighter isn't doing anything. That fighter is basically just a meat shield.
Yep. So it's definitely more of a white mages doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with Ale in chat. For all the key items they've found, I can't help but notice the lack of a key or loot. Both of which are absolutely required.
Well, all I could say, it's somewhere.
Earth Cave will take us to, that was a C.
And ADR takes down Tiamat.
Ooh.
Up to level 15. So that's 2 for ADR.
So that was a speed bump. Was it a speed bump or was it a Kelly?
No, it's a speed bump.
Okay.
We have not found Kelly or tentacles.
We have found Kelly.
Oh, we did?
Someone found Kelly. I don't remember where, but that's the dead end at Melmond. Okay, Shum found Kelly. That's a Gershark tile. Marcus has found a
ooh.
Okay, Saber +5, that's better than just about any axe you can find.
Yep.
Mirage 1. And Goats just found Kelly. And Marcus has found Marsh Bottom. Yes, and ADR is into Henri.
And here we go with the Kelly fight on Goat's side.
Yep. And nothing really that I've noticed so far out of... Okay, it's an undead pack. Oh, Katana +3. Bump bump a doo.
And there goes Kelly for Goats.
And ADR is in the Kelly fight. Or in the Kelly floor. Okay, that's in Earth. That's off of Earth. Ah, that's past the Earth on-rack sub Kelly. Sunsword -3.
Boo.
Boo. And Kelly has Death Touch.
Well,
But
so
ADR does take him down.
yeah, ADR has their own Death Touch. That's 3.
ADR has Death Touch of his own. It's called Fade.
And of all the things we expected tonight, White Mage's putting in the work was not on the list.
Valid.
And there's Floater.
Where was that floater?
I believe this is Ice.
Ah, Ice Incentive Chest. And that's a zombie D. That's a nice find. That's a nice find for a. That's a nice find for a grind tile.
So far, we haven't found the cracks floor, but I don't think we're in a rush to find that because we need to find a few other things before we want to find crack.
Yeah, like Provoca and Elfland for some more spells.
Who needs more spells when you have Fade?
I like it. Anything has Death Touch if you hit hard enough. Kind of like a barbarian casting Disintegrate. It's not so much that he's casting as much as he's just disintegrating things by...
Just don't mind the hole in your chest when you see that fist come through.
Yeah. And ADR finds that is Dwarf Cave, and ADR giving the people what they want by talking to Hooray Dwarf.
Hooray!
Goats finds Sky 3. So once ADR finds the TNT that Guardian Marcus has...
Which was where?
I don't remember.
That's the chaos of the seed. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's see where Shumaku
Ribbon.
Enter.
We do get a ribbon on Sky 3.
That's
and Shum finds... Oh, that Sky 3 is in Ordeals.
That's nice. Isn't it?
I mean, it's a place for it. some Whiz Vimps, which is very nice MP or XP. Yes, and a Ruse stick as well. Thank you, Classic Gamer and Luffy. ADR finds that C-split. There's an Adamant and a Tail. So Marcus needs to find. So Marcus needs to get up to Bahamut.
Wherever he is.
Ah, the other half of the wormhole is Sarda. And there's a Provoca. Provoca's got Cure 3 and Ruse in the white magic.
Nice level 2 Cure 3s. That's definitely something I like seeing.
And Sky 3 goes into Bahamut.
I think Marcus is doing the right thing here. He's just gonna pick up what he finds to put on his characters and screw the weapon shops. Just put it all in magic.
Yeah. Well, you'll find a sword. You will find a sword.
May not be a good one, but it'll definitely be a sword.
And ADR going left goes on to CTFC floor.
And the pirates just give you money. So that was useless.
Yes, for that friendly chest. Which he can't get to because no key.
Like us in chat have been saying, finding all this good stuff, but no key, no loot.
And yes, enough temper will make almost anything workable. And ADR into the ice loop.
True, Bobby, taking a moment to think for a second there.
Well, that's often a good plan. And taking a tactical wipe to get all his characters back up. You know, I almost would have enjoyed seeing black belt, black belt, black belt, black mage, given the way level 1 magic went out of this seed.
Oh, getting our airship on Shumbabi's side now.
Shroom is gonna go check. Oh, Volcano is Mermaid's floor. Now, Shroom, are you going to do the correct thing on this floor?
Probably not.
You going to do the correct thing and carbonate bubbles?
Oh,
There's a loot!
That's a correct thing.
That is definitely a correct thing. That is a loot for Shumbabi.
Katana 3.
And Shroom does the correct thing and carbonates bubbles. This message has been brought to you by the Bubbles Soda Company. That's big. That loot is big. How long is it gonna take people to go and check Volcano?
As soon as they get their ship, their airship, because everyone should have. I believe everyone. Yeah, everyone has Axial, so they just got to go get their airship.
Yes, I mean you could check it right now. Everyone could check it right now. But you're right. There's a Kraken floor. That's a Kraken floor at Ice Cave.
Interesting that he doesn't go for it, but I think he's looking for something else.
Yeah, if ADR goes through ice, if ADR goes through the ice loop and gets that floater, really that's the logical place. That is the logical place for or the logical place for routing wise to go for the Volcano and Ice Cave.
Looks like
That's a
Shumbabi taking the time to invest in some Fire 3 there.
I approve of investing in Fire 3. Yes, there's no vendor item. Onrak's shop had house twice. Goat's Pirate finds Lich's closet, and Guardian Marcus finds a Kelly floor.
Interesting that all the majority of our empty chests were behind Bahamut. Like he wasn't really keeping anything.
Well, no, it's because they're linked. They're linked to the other Cardia locations.
Ah.
So if you've already found the other Cardia locations, you're not going to find anything in those chests. And Shum, who does not have the cube, finds Mirage 3. Oh, ADR wiped in ice and did not go back for it. And there's a Melmond.
That's not good, because he really needs to go back in there.
Not necessarily, because you can get to everything without the floater. Unless the key is floater locked. There's a Dragon Sword plus 4. That will at least be a start. That's at least a workable sword.
But Marcus taking down Carrie.
That's an Excal plus 3.
Oh, you said you wanted a workable sword. I think that'll do.
Yeah, that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Harm 2 at level 5.
Ice 3 also at level 5. Be nice to find an Elfland. And Slab Turn In for ADR.
Meanwhile, it looks like Shumbabi's following in ADR's footsteps right now.
Yep. Yeah, Elfland feels floater locked at this point. I'm gonna have to agree with Luffy in chat. X-Cal +3. We've got our sword. Goat's Pirate finds the Fun Police. And I wish I remember where Marcus found that tail. Yes, I think it was behind Titan. Which no one else has the ruby either, so...
Yeah, we've basically been going around them the entire time.
We've got an elf castle.
Oh, what up, King?
And we found a Cardia castle.
Only gave us chump change, though. It's weird having your castle in a hole, unless you're a dwarf. But you know, I guess beggars can't be choosers. And that's a nope for Shumbabi there.
Goat's Pirate finds steak. And sandwiches. And anything of note? Not really anything of note on Mirage 2.
No. Whole lot of nothing.
So, other things coming up. Other things coming up in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. We always have the weekly Duckling Seed. We have what's called the Duckling Program. The Duckling Program is for people who are new to racing and new to the randomizer itself. Every week, some of our experienced people will put together a seed and vet the seed itself. We've got C Long Room, which has an ice sword, but we've found which will be fine for that red mage. That is that you can run asynchronously. You can run on your own time and submit your time to be compared with other racers of your skill level.
Found it Aegis.
Ooh. What was the... it's -2, but that's still not bad. A white shirt, that'll be helpful.
And ADR also getting their cube, so that's nice to see.
That's good to see. You love to see it. Yes, shout out to Saracen who runs our Duckling program and our Duckling seeds. We also have what's called the Duckling Derby that will come up after our winter tournament. We've got the winter tournament coming up. I don't know if we're going to do a winter double anti-bingo. That's always a hoot. We do our regular community races. Guardian Marcus finding Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, but almost 40 minutes into the seed, so he'll get his slab and crown,
as well as freeing the princess.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I thought he was about to walk away from.
Rojo Vision, we had Vanilla Floater.
Ribbon
And
-2 for.
there's a ribbon from Sarda. Well, you don't really care about the you don't really care about the plus or minus on the ribbon.
No,
It's
no,
you use it
just
because it's the ribbon.
because it blocks everything, of course.
He is behind the cube lock in on rack. Goats has that key. No floater actually necessary. Yes, that was Sharknado. And there's a paper cut sword, unmodified, but we have Xcal +3, so we don't need a paper cut sword. So the key is on Sharknado floor. I believe Goats can actually get everywhere he needs now to complete this seed.
He just needs to get to the volcano to get his loot.
Yes. Thunder Nightmares. Oof. Nightmares with Glance and Thunder.
Looks like we lost ADR there for a moment.
So to retort to Classic Gamer in the chat who says Xcal +3 still doesn't crit well. Much better than vanilla, but it's not a Vorpal. Well, maybe so, but Xcal +3 base damage is a whole lot better, and it can actually do damage when it doesn't crit. And we're having some minor technical difficulties with ADR. It's not the stream, it's the and there's Marcus clears air.
I think
This
one of our
would not be a well, Marcus still has to get his loot and his key.
still got his loot, still got his key, and I think we still have to take down a Kraken, which I think only one of our runners found that floor.
Yes, but that was that was at ice. That
Mm.
was at ice. So once you get your loot from Volcano, you'll get that.
Still no Elfland though so far.
Elfland's feeling like that's got to be at it's got to be one of the Cardia locations, I think. That or
Well,
it's
well, also at this point, do we really need Elfland considering what we know?
um depends on what it depends on what spells are there. Like, I think Temper might be there. And Shoom heading into to go after a Tiamat. We found a power bonk. I did not see a power bonk, but I'm trying to watch four streams, so.
Yeah, and as always, the difficulty with runs like races like these is 4 guys going on, kind of trying to keep track of them.
Sky Spider was on Spider Floor. Shoom takes out a Tiamat, and that is 2 orbs for Shoom, 3 orbs for ADR and Guardian Marcus, and 2 for Goat's Pirate. And Goats is going to find that X-Cal +3.
ADR getting their TNT.
It's Dynamite.
I don't think any of our... And there's our Ruby for our Ogre to snack on.
Where was that?
It's one of the Earth Fours, looks like.
That's Earth 1? Yeah, that's Earth 1. Earth 1 and Gaia entrance. And Goats turns in that slab in case he ever finds Lefane.
Looks like Marcus finally turned in that rat tail.
And Marcus has the TNT and the Adamant and is turning them in at Dwarf Cave. And gets some minimal cash rewards.
Now, like I said earlier, me being rather new to this, all I could think about was like, with what we know, I think right now our runner, and I'm just speculating. I don't know any better, but I feel like our runners should probably be considering, maybe it's time to wrap this up, especially with what we know here, but they don't know that.
Yeah, they don't necessarily know. Because we're watching all 4 streams, we have information that we have all the information that all of the runners have. So, Crescent Lake is a marsh split. ADR also is real close to finding that that loot and that Kraken. And there's an elf land.
Finally.
Lit 2, so no temper at 3. Invis 2 and Harm 4.
Harm 4, yeah.
Shoom dipped into Marsh Split and noped out of it. And there's life at level 4. And there's Temper. And Warp. That's huge. That is really huge.
It's so late for that teleport, but hey, you got Temper, that's nice.
No, it still gives you a way out of places a lot. It still gives you a lot faster way to get out of places if you have too much health to, and that's a Lich's Closet. vaguely remember there being something on Lich's Closet that was good. Oh, Wizard Stick. Yes, we have seen Temple of Fiends. Temple of Fiends is at Elflen? Question mark? Yes, Elfland.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elfland.
And we have a Massa +4 in TFC. Yeah, the ice loop is deep, and the ice loop is the floater. Oh, TFC. Someone was saying something about that Vorpal being useful. Ooh. And oh, that's a so TFC floor goes into Agama floor. Fade's still doing work.
As it has all seed.
As it has all seed. Yeah. So we were talking a little before the race, and you had mentioned that you didn't think that that Goats was going to do anything with those white mages because he had them because of the way his naming is.
Oh, that wasn't me. I believe that was
it might have been
Budge.
Okay, that might have been Budge. By the way, big shout out to Sunflash Rune, who's our restreamer, and Budgemano and Ravioli, our trackers. They are doing all the good work and making it so we can talk over this stuff.
And try to keep track of it.
And try to keep track of everything. And there's a Gaia. There's a Gaia, so pop that bottle and see what we've got. It's Couch Cash.
I mean, at this point, there's not much else we got. It's more about what goodies we can find for our party members.
Well, we know that. ADR does not know that.
No, but it looks like he's going to go up to visit a certain tentacle fiend.
Yep, and Guardian Marcus finds that floater. And ADR goes to mermaids.
Yeah, this is where we found our
ADR is going to get that loot.
Is on the right side.
And yeah, it will be huge if he goes back and checks the Q block before he redives ice. Anyway, we're mentioning that, and the reason that Goats Pirate, I'm 90% sure that the reason Goats Pirate named the way he did is that the white mage doesn't have a blessing that you need to be reminded of. Calling the fighter Elmo, fighter has elemental magic. And calling the red mage Cure 3 is the reminder that the red mage has Cure 3. And ADR is going up and is going to find that Kraken.
I think he found it earlier, if I'm not mistaken. So he already knew about this, I believe.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure
I know
either, but
goats.
we know one of them did. I'm almost certain it was ADR.
It was Guardian Marcus. It was either Guardian Marcus. It was Guardian Marcus. It was the one that got the floater first. Oh no, it was Shum.
No,
Thanks,
Shuma got the
Lucky.
floater. Yeah. Oh, Shuma saw Kraken.
That's right. Marcus just got the floater. And here comes an ADR going to light his fourth orb. All ADR needs now is the all ADR will need now is the key, which was behind the cube lock in on rack. So if ADR goes up and checks on rack, then well, yeah, ADR might like promotion too. But if ADR goes up and checks that cube lock, that could be onto that could be onto the finals for Team FF Rando. Shum goes to that marsh split and is going to find that temper. It's going to find that temper in Elfland.
ADR doing what he can to keep that. There we go. Down goes the Kraken for ADR. So that's all 4 fiends for him.
Yeah, ADR is a key away from go mode. ADR is an on-rack check from go mode. Yeah, Kraken thinking it's 2,000 years ago, punching white mages. And let's see what ADR is going to do. So yes, we have the Duckling program. We will be having the winter tournament upcoming, sometime probably shortly after the first of the year. That is always a good time. That was my first. This year's 2023 winter tournament was my first ever individual tournament that I entered, and I had a blast. I got knocked out of it by one of our trackers, Ravioli. But it is an absolute blast. It is a lot of fun. This is a great community. You should, if you are enjoying this race and you are not already a part of our Discord, you should join our Discord. That is an Opal +2 bonk. That is a nice find. Guardian Marcus has plenty of weaponry and Guardian Marcus has plenty of weaponry and plenty of armor.
Yeah, he just needs to find those locations though. We know he has to go to Volcano for that loot, and we know he has to go behind the cube.
Yep, he is behind that Q block now. So ADR is going to get that key, which will put him in go mode. As long as he checks it, as long as he checks all of Sharknado floor, because I believe it was on Sharknado floor.
Right now, he's about to check that level 7 magic, which ain't a whole bunch, looks like.
Exit and heal 3 at level 8 Gaia. Oof.
Well, there's good news. Marcus finally going into Volcano, much like
80
Ghost Pirate is.
Yeah. Yep, Goats and Marcus in Volcano. Goats is going to find that. They're both going to find that loot. But are they going to do the correct thing in Carbonate Bubbles? Guardian Marcus does, as he finds the useless, the unfortunately useless as he finds the unfortunately useless Katana +3. And Goats, come on, do it, Goats. Do it, Goats. Goats finds that Kraken floor. I mean, ADR could use promotion and could use some more weaponry.
He'd have to find the tail, but I don't think that's on his list right now.
That tail was... Where did we find that tail? I don't remember where we found that tail.
And especially since ADR does not care either, because it looks like he's going straight for it.
Nope, ADR is going for it. Or at least to get an idea. Yeah, it's a dicey Topher. It's a dicey Topher dive if he's actually going to try to complete it. I think he's getting... Yeah.
I think he's just here to scout.
Yeah, I think he's scouting.
Meanwhile, we got dueling Krakens for Marcus and Goats Pirate.
And Goats downs a Kraken. And so does Marcus.
Shumbabi feeding the ogre. Gets their adamant. There's the tail.
There's the tail. There was the tail. It was in...
Had to feed our friend. That's what we had to do.
Yeah, we had to feed the Titan.
Now it looks like if Ghost Pirate is about to head off to face team, and it looks like here.
Yep. Because that'll put Goats in the... Because that'll put Goats in full go mode.
Yeah,
Shum heading into promote.
ADR is now with all their party members in tow, going straight down for it now.
Yeah, I might have taken the worm just to get some levels, but I understand not doing it.
There goes Tia. That's 4 for goats. So off to
Off
Fiends if
to
we hit.
Temple of Fiends, which is right there.
Convenient. Because it looked like
This,
he was about
yeah,
to fly out.
goats
They realized, oops, right here.
Goats into Temple of Fiends revisited at 102. At 102.50, ADR was into Temple of Fiends revisited for a real dive at about 58 or so.
Yeah, taking on the speed bump.
Yeah. ADR taking on a speed bump too. Goats does have much better equipment.
Much better grip. Yeah. For some reason, I thought he promoted, but he did not.
So we've got Team FF Rando with ADR. We've got Team The Leftovers with Goats Pirate, both in Temple of Fiends revisited. Lich 2 has fast.
Carry 2 now.
Yes, ADR at carry 2 at Kelly number 2.
Kelly.
ADR does not have the best. ADR does not have the best gear.
No.
That is the only thing that worries me about.
Yeah, both those white mages went over like a feather.
Yeah. Goat's about to take out. Goat's about to take out a speed bump. I don't like healing before the speed bump too. Don't waste the time or the resources.
Not just taking out their life casters, just taking out the lives.
Well, taking out the life casters, it's a Dargon sword, which is workable, but well, I mean, Sunflash does have a point. The moment you don't respect Lich is the moment you get turn 1 nuke. But I still don't respect Lich. I still don't respect Lich 2. This is why I get a life caster.
Well, Goats is going to take their shot at carry 2 now.
And that's going to be a... Oof. Ouch. We have life in battle on? With soft in battle enabled.
Oof,
Yes, we do have life one. Life 1 in battle is enabled on these flags.
Goats barely getting past that carry 2. Carry 2 is not being kind.
Well, Dark Moon has a good point. I'll take turn 1 nuke. It learns, you get an idea where the high damage slot is, and it gets a nuke out of the pool. Shum is going to get that key here on Sharknado.
Goats Pirate taking the time to take on a big eye.
That is really good XP. The big eye Gershark is super XP. Yeah, these Budgemano makes a point. These have been sub 110 flags all week. ADR's got to feel like he's got to finish now. It's got to feel like the time is now.
Meanwhile, Marcus, who looked like he was in incredible shape in the seed, he's just outright lost. We know where he needs to go. He's just not
Yeah.
going there.
Yes, if you know what the RNG has coming, you know what you need to do to fix it. Okay, let's see what Kraken 2 has. Kraken 2 is going to punch a white mage. Kraken 2 is going to do Kraken 2 things.
As it does.
And Shum is going to fight a Kelly.
Actually, I actually forgot that Shum still had to take down two temples.
Well, remember, Shum noped out of Kraken before, and Shum is going to take Kraken now. There goes a Kraken 2 on Goat's side.
Yeah, bring back that white mage that got bonked. And here we go with Tia 2.
Here's the Tia 2. Let's see if Tia 2 has anything interesting. Because anything Tia 2 has is out of the pool for chaos. Now, you don't want to use up all of your resources on Tia 2. It's Fire 3.
And Fade in this late stage, still trying to put in some work.
Fade is always going to put in work. And there is that, but Goats does not have a life caster.
No, and ADR is trying to survive this Kraken fight, but they also don't have a caster anymore.
ADR also does not have a life caster.
So, Goat's going down to Chaos with just his red mage and warrior in tow, or fighter.
But this is doable.
And Shum takes down their Kraken 1, so they just gotta go and enter the Tower Fiends now. And they're on their way.
But Topher is the great equalizer. Okay. Looks like Goats is trying to get into a crit loop.
That's a nice damage there, boy.
Yes, it is. Well, Massa +4 will do that. That's terminated.
That's
Goat,
a win.
Goat's Pirate is a Goat's Pirate. A winner is you. That is going to put Team The Leftovers into the finals.
GG's to them.
GG Goat's Pirate. Let's see if we can get you into chat. Okay, ADR went into Topher at 59.54.
113.05 for Shum.
Yep, Temple of Friends just needs to finish to guarantee their spot in the finals. Temple of Friends Revisited would be Shum. And let's see if we can get Goats. Let's see if Goats Pirate wants to come in for an interview. Yeah, I can't see Shum forfeiting, knowing that all he needs to guarantee a final spot is.
Plus, he's already here near the end, so
Yeah.
why forfeit?
Yeah. Marcus picking up some life too, which not necessarily a bad pickup, and some wall.
Oh, I must have missed him already getting his key. He just needs to find his loot.
He just needs to find his loot, which is GG to you, Goats Pirate. Welcome to the finals.
Thank you.
Good race.
Yeah, that was very lucky.
Ooh. Oh, lucky? I don't know. Looks like you muscled up that fighter pretty good there. And you just ended up saying smack, smack, smack.
Well, I was taking big gambles, not promoting, going in at a pretty low level, not having, life on the fighter, all of that. But it worked out.
Well, I don't think you could have put life on the fighter. I think life was white mage locked.
It was. We got dueling speed bumps.
Yes, we've got speed bumps on ADR and Shums and Guardian Marcus into Topher at about 114-ish.
Yeah, so I guess he did have
114, 115.
Yeah, ADR been having a time right now because he's like in your shoes, but I think a little worse for wear as far as equipment. Both Marcus and Shumbabi found their rat tails, and Bahamut and did upgrade their party.
The tail was behind the Q block, by the way.
Meanwhile, ADR is taking on Kelly, and Shumbabi's going to be right behind him.
Yeah, Shum doing the Kelly 2 checks.
So it goes overall. What did you think of that scene?
There was nothing too mean in that seed. At least I didn't run into it, except for the imps.
Well, I want you to know, my co-com here almost cursed you by talking about death imps.
I did mention Death Touch imps.
Yeah, and I did bounce off him a couple times.
But yeah, meanwhile, ADR is heading down towards Kraken.
Yeah,
Guardian
but,
Marcus heading towards Kelly 2. Shoom also heading towards Kraken.
yeah, Shum had to pick up on one of his white mages again before heading down. ADR though, again in a bad spot. And Kraken doing the same thing to
Yep.
shoot Bobby that they did to Goats and just slapping down that bottom white mage.
Yeah, well, Kraken 2 doing Kraken 2 things.
Ooh, but he took down his red mage, so he will not have that benefit. But hopefully his white mage can stay up just long enough. You know, Marcus picking up their their mages now after their
Yep.
what,
ADR heading out to probably get some more gear.
gear grind something to just make it much easier for him.
And hello, cat. Hello, kitty. And here's Marcus heading down towards Kraken 2. Shoom finds the Sparkle Pack. And is that ice armor in the massive chest?
That's what it said.
I just saw ice. I didn't see the symbol with it.
No. Meanwhile, Kraken doing Kraken things like he does.
Yeah.
So just a repeat of what happened on Shum's side. White mage and the red mage. Meanwhile, Shum was taking on Tia 2.
And Tia 2 is going to do a lightning 2. Tia 2 we know has nuclear. And Shoom on through to Chaos Floor.
ADR is going to find his tail after he feeds the Titan here.
Well, that's going to help a lot. And Shoom into the Chaos fight.
Apparently Kraken had nuke too. But Marcus does take down their Kraken.
And ADR is going to come out of here and find himself at the Sarda Cave. And go and find himself a Provoca.
And down goes the red mage for Shum there, so won't be seeing too many more tempers on that side.
Well, I mean, as long as Fast got off, he's good. Shoom's in good shape.
Trying to bring.
Oh well, no, life 1.
Yeah, but only only if Chaos allows it.
And yes, Shoom did get the Fast off first. And Shoom has some turn order issues.
Well, he was able to pick up his red mage, so we got to be getting a few more tempers out. Marcus starting their chaos fight now.
Yep, Marcus in the chaos fight. And
Oh, are we having technical issues again with ADR? Nope, there
no,
we
he
go.
was just stopping and thinking. Yes, very well done, goats. Um, you managed to find everything you needed. Floater was actually not required.
Yeah, we were sitting here for a good 10 minutes thinking it was, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, I was curious if other people found that before me because I was starting to feel real bad with no warp, no exit, no floater.
Shum
Shoom.
was the first one to find it, and it was in ice, or ice 3.
Ice loop.
Ice loop.
Ice
Thank
loop.
you.
And GG Shoom. Shoom is a winner. Or Shoom is in second.
Well, he's definitely a super winner because one, he didn't forfeit, so he's in the finals.
Yes, that puts.
And even then, being in second place sounds fun. Sounds good to me. Marcus pulling up right behind him though, because he's probably got a few more hits on his chaos fight. So let's see if we can get Schumann here for the post race.
Ooh, Bobby.
GG to you, Shoom. So Goats Pirate finished with an official racetime.gg time of 1:12:35. Shoom with an official racetime.gg time of 1:23:32. And Guardian Marcus in. GG to you, Guardian Marcus. With an official race time time of 1:23:58.
Thank you. GG, everyone. Sorry about that intro. Totally
well,
forgot to turn that off.
No worries. GG to you, Shoom. Welcome to the finals.
Yeah, thanks. It's good to good to not have to have really needed to do much this week. My team really pulled through for us.
I should look at what the finals flags are like. Oh, that's right. Finals is always the rally. Finals is always the rally. That's.
I look forward to that one because that's the first time that we get to I mean, we're spending the last 5 weeks obviously being a team, but that night it's a lot of fun to get everyone together for that.
And what were your thoughts on how this seed went, Shoom?
I'm very sad. I thought I was way out ahead when I got the floater when I did, and I could not find that key for another 100 chests. It was driving me nuts.
It was driving a lot of us nuts.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out where it was too.
I had Cube on my mind, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to check out Titan. I'm going to check out Cube. And then I got sucked into other dungeons, and then my mind drifted, and I was like, you know what? I need to go back to Cube Lock. It's almost definitely there.
I mean, with the way the map layout settings for this seed is, that's kind of how it goes. You just go down one hole, like, oh, gotta see what this looks like, and the next hole, and the next. What was I doing?
But this was a great race, and ADR makes quick work of a speed bump.
Yeah, finally getting that promotion. That's definitely helping him now.
That is helping a lot.
Anyway, Marcus is also in here. I didn't pass him up. Good GG's to you too.
Thank you very much. GG's Shroom. GG's Ghost Pirate.
A good game, Marcus.
Now, Marcus, I gotta say, on our end, we felt you were along pretty far there, but much like the other two, is just trying to find that key in that loot that seemed to escape you.
Yeah, it really hurt because I was thinking of going to Onrek after Ordeal, but then obviously I found the floater, or I found the floater in Lacardia, I believe. So I ended up going to the airship, and then yeah, ended up being the last place I went to just because of you know traveling and proximity.
By the way, ADR making quick work of Kelly too. Now on to Kraken floor. So yeah, it's that's too bad that. I mean, the routing decisions we make on a different day, that would have been exactly the right routing decision. So
Yeah,
On a day where the floors are not jumbled up that place.
well, even on a day with floor randomizer, on a different day, that's the right routing decision.
that's just the way it goes with interest or town shuffle. Especially when it's wide open like this with all the overworld edits. You just gotta make a choice and stick with it and hope for the best. And fortunately, that didn't work out for me today.
ADR, you notice making a moving his red mage into the second slot because he knows that Kraken hits punches 4, then 2. So using that fixed RNG to keep a life caster up. And doing the smart thing and healing up fully immediately after Kraken before taking another step. I have lost a race from not doing that. Not with Kraken, but with Tiamat, but you know what I mean. And ADR gonna probably make some pretty quick work. Yep, made some pretty quick work of Tiamat too.
At this point, he's supposed to be feeling some relief, but at this time, he's just probably banging it. He's banging his head like, "Come on." All right, time.
Yep, he's doing a victory lap. And pulls chaos.
First, get the lamp. Well, maybe not get the lamp. That's a good swing.
Just making sure that no ink shenanigans happen, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like ADR is opting to just go full kill it now.
Oh, kill it. Kill it now. Lamp doesn't prevent ink, it just cures it. But maybe making sure that no ink shenanigans happen. He may just be messing around. We will ask him if he comes in for an interview.
It seemed that he took that turn time to get his red mage up, but he got that extra temper off.
And the red mage is back down.
It's just not gonna happen. Nope. And the order was kind of screwed up there too.
Stop trying to make the red mage happen. It's not going to happen.
I mean, it's kind of happening, but he's also just getting those tempers off just in time.
And that'll do.
Yep, there we go. What was it?
And that is an official race time GG time of 1:33:16.
Hey,
And
fellas.
He's kind of been lurking there for a while, but
Yeah.
GG's ADR.
GG's ADR.
Oh, thanks. So, yeah, my I think I hit Topher at a reasonable amount of time. It was under an hour.
Well,
You hit Topher first.
You were on our side. You were the first one there.
Yeah, the problem is, I'm sitting there thinking a dragon plus 4 swords is good enough if you can temper it up. And my thought was every time I dive, I'm going to take a couple of levels, and I took notes of what exactly the RNG was, so then I could adjust, go back in, and maybe get a little bit further this time.
Yes.
The strategy was actually kind of working. I made it up to tier 2, I think, that second dive, but it just the spells were getting burned so fast. And then, of course, once you look in the race room, you see someone's finished. That means the results all in, and like, well, I might as well go look for that tail. And then it turns out it was pretty easy to find. So I kind of regret not doing that sooner. But oh well, that's a game.
It happens.
But as you saw in that last dive, once you get the tail on with the Etzcal, you don't have to RNG whenever you just go. And the levels were there, just the equipment had to be too.
Hey, you did great. All the runners did a great job tonight. I'd still be beating my head against something somewhere and probably not even have all 4 orbs yet at this point if it were me racing.
You know, at the 20-minute or so point when you lit up that third orb, I'm thinking this is the jettiest of jet seeds, and it really did actually go pretty quickly. And I used that save on game over trick a couple of times to reset out of something while saving the progress, and I thought that was a pretty clever trick, but it just didn't work out in Topher. So oh well.
Oh, it absolutely is. It is the way. It is one of the things that makes Florin Entrance playable. Um, Again, as noted in the chat, shout outs to Ravioli and Budgemano for tracking tonight. This is not easy to track. These are not easy races to track.
No, can't do it without him.
Also, a big shout out to Sunflash Rune as our restreamer. Um, so, unfortunately for Guardian Marcus and ADR, for you, the Fall League ends tonight. I hate to say it, I hate to put it that way, but that is how it is. How was the Fall League for you this year?
Well, I thought it was
I
another good result.
Marcus.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one a ton better than last year. There was nothing wrong with last year, but just a lot more interesting flag for me personally. I love the Transmoogle was really fun, and even the first week was pretty interesting. So thank you to the committee for setting it up this year.
Yeah, Fall League is always where we have the really hard flags. The flags that people like me don't want to touch.
I don't know that they're necessarily hard as much as they are interesting with an asterisk.
Make sure put a couple asterisks there.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting for East Asian values of interesting. Um, so, do we know when the final is going to be?
I assume both of our teams are going to have to get together and work that out, but ostensibly sometime within the next week or two.
Excellent. So that is going to be Temple of Friends Revisited, which is Shumbobby, Chanigan, Luffy DV, and Pickles and Beer against the Leftovers, which is Papa Ducks, Goats Pirate, Ike here, and Solario Rex. And it is the relay race. It is the relay race, which is always a great time, and we will let whoever is on comms for the relay race just talk about that when it comes up. Any final thoughts on the seed, ADR?
Oh, it was an interesting seed. I enjoyed it right up until I smashed into, I think it was carry two, and well, let Lenny Dye readjust and move on, but the other players did it better.
Marcus?
Yeah, C was fairly gentle. Fortunately, I made a lot of little mistakes that added up, and just wasn't good enough tonight. So apologize to my team.
Shoom?
I'd say it's really hard to call really any of what the runners are doing on the seeds this week, the flags this week, as a mistake. It's just all loose is kind of a crapshoot sometimes, and certain people have to be the benefactors. So it feels kind of rough. But as far as tonight's concerned, like really, really proud to be in all of this company and super excited to have finished when I did. But like, man, this was tough competition.
And Goats?
So I'd really like to know where this seed hid all the towns. As I spent over an hour with mostly level 1 magic, some level 3 magic, and I don't think in 4 and nothing else. But I can't say anything bad about the seed that treated me pretty well.
I found that
Provoke
Provoca after you guys finished.
Provoca was on the far side of the wormhole in Titan's West. Elfland was on the top side of Marsh Split. I don't remember off the top of my head where Melmond ended up. Let's see
I
if
put
I
it
can
in post
read
race for
through the
people.
notes.
I have my map out there.
Waterfall.
Yeah.
Crescent was somewhere interesting.
That was Gaia.
Yeah, Crescent was at Gaia.
Mm-hmm.
Onrak, I remember Onrak was on the was after a sea floor.
Earth Cave.
Onrak was
Yeah, it was
necessary
at
for
Earth
carry.
Cave. And then Onrak led to carry. And then no one found Lefane that I saw.
I stepped in for a second. It was in Cardia Small.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And frankly, Gaia, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to anyway. Because by that point, I'm not looking for magic, so unless I'm looking for something from the bottle, I don't pay that much attention. But yeah, Provoca was the really interesting one, being on the other side of the wormhole. Siberian?
Yeah, Seed certainly had a bunch of twists and turns. Um, I'm certainly not brave enough yet to even try this type of seed.
Yeah, it was absolutely an entrance and floor randomizer seed. It was 100% entrance and floor randomizer. I am not a fan of entrance and floor randomizer when I'm running, but it is fun to commentate. The thing that gets me is deep towns. The deep towns is what is the part I don't like with entrance and floor.
I love deep towns because you can save and reset out.
Yeah, they're a huge benefit actually. I think to ease people into entrance floor. I find that the more you restrict an entrance floor shuffle, the harder it actually is.
I will try deep towns the next time I try an entrance and floor. I mean, Topher did Topher things, obviously. GG's to all of our runners. Congratulations to all the teams that made it this far, and especially congratulations to our 2 teams that are moving on. Temple of Friends and the Leftovers. Looking forward to watching the relay race next week, even if I have to catch the VOD afterwards. So wrapping up, this has been the semifinals of the Fall League. Fall League ends next week, which is kind of sad. What do we have coming up? Are we doing a... I don't remember. I haven't seen anything on the on a double anti-bingo on a winter double anti-bingo, which is always a blast.
Now, for right now, we have SGL coming up in about 2 weeks, I think. And then there is a winter marathon in December. But bingo is going to have to... Bingo's in discussions for probably Springo bingo.
Oh, awesome. I'm sure... I know we're going to have the winter tournament. I know we'll have spring duckling derby. And keep your eyes out for that. If you have not joined the Discord and you have enjoyed this race, please join the Discord. We're pretty friendly folks for the most part, right?
I'll have to take your word for it.
The Duckling program is a great program to get new runners into racing and running the Final Fantasy Randomizer. Any kind of you can ask questions in the Discord. People will answer a lot. Sometimes more information than you ever thought you needed to know. So on behalf of our crew, big thanks again to Budgemano and Ravioli for tracking. Big thanks again to Sunflash Rune for restreaming. And on behalf of my commentary partner, Siberian Bull, I have been DM Stewart 1981. Good night, everybody.